Hey, my business education and Photoshop friends. I just wanted to share cool thing that I discovered today. Of course, I'm a member of lots of different Facebook groups with teachers in them. And one of the groups had shared just technology tools, and there was one on there, and I was like, I haven't tried that one, so maybe I should go mess with it. Now, you're familiar with the smartboard people, but they have a SmartTech online situation here. So I set up a class in here and thought, well, I'll create a couple of little activities because I'm starting on working on my third class now this summer, setting it up completely in Canvas, which is Photoshop. And I thought, well, let's see, we'll create a couple of activities in here that I can add to my learning path for my Photoshop class. So that's what I've done. I'm on the student view here of what I have so far, which is not much in Photoshop. I've started my introductory unit. Yesterday on my business education page, I shared a video of Google search techniques. So anyway, I have a note sheet, and then I talk about image types and that sort of thing. And then I have this little fun review. And you can set this, if you're in Canvas, you can set it to open in a new tab. I don't have it set that way. Or you can have it to open right in here. So I created a speed up activity, which it's probably a lot more exciting if you're doing it on the smartboard. So these are kind of made to do on a smartboard. So if you have an interactive board, you could also use them in class if you're in class. But I'm also thinking like, okay, yes, if we're in class, cool. If we're not in class, what's something they can do on their own to review? So that's what this one is. So speed up. And they will load in here. You have to give them a minute, but they will load in Canvas, or they can click here to open them outside. With SmartTech, for students to join your class, they're given a code. I've already logged in using that code here as my daughter. And then once they're logged in, and they can just use Google and click the button. Once they're logged in, then when they click on your lesson activity link, which I got, by the way, by creating the activity, clicking these dots, clicking share link, and picking this copy. So I took that in here, put it on that path, and then she can play this game. You hit start, and you can choose how many racers. Now, I think on this one, they kind of have to like buzz in, sort of a race. So this would have to be played, if you have two players, on a device where two people can touch at the same time. So I don't know if you're in a situation where you have touch screens and you can touch in two places at the same time. So if so, students could play together on a device, I guess, if they have that. Or if you have a smartboard at the front of the room. My device is multi-touch at the front of the room, and I can actually do 4. So, but if you have a device that allows for that many, they can choose those different ones. I'll put it on 2, even though I don't have 2. And then they would select their racer, so this person would choose who they're going to be, and this person would choose who they're going to be. And then it sets them up, and then they start going. And their little people move, and then every so often a question will pop up. And I had to type in those questions. I just made them short, mostly true, false on these because they're based on the previous stuff. And it gives you a little pause before it gives the answer. Then I chose 15 seconds to answer. And then it's just whoever answers first. So they can both log in. You don't know until, or they can both sign in an answer. So you don't know until after the 15 seconds are up who's right and who's not. If they both get it right, they do both get credit. But one will get to go faster based on logging in, and I keep calling it logging in, buzzing in faster. So what color are JPEGs? Let's say RGB. We'll go here. Let's make this person miss it. Okay, so this person got it wrong. This person gets a power up. And so when we come back, this guy spun around because he missed the question. So anyway, so I have that set for 10 questions. They could play together or they could play by themselves. Okay, I'm going to click next and show you the other one because there's lots of different little games that you can do in there. So here's my Google Skills video, and then after that, I have 2 activities that I put on this Google one. Again, this is through the Smart thing. I'm going to click open. I have 2 activities here. So I have this little fill in the blank. I just did one little fill in the blank to show you how it works. It's real easy. So they can drag them in and then test it themselves to see if the answers are right. And then I'm going to hit down, and this takes me to memory match, which I'm not even going to try to do because I'm so bad at this game. But they can have 2 players, and they don't have to be able to touch the screen to do this one. It's just memory, so they take turns. So if you do 2 players, then it tells whose turn it is. I have it set on you can search based on, and for example, so monkey's turn or moose or whatever that is. So labeled for reuse, pictures uploaded from Australia. So those don't go together. And then this person would have the same option, file type, color. Those are 2 different things that don't go together, and so forth, and you know how it goes. There you go. Oh, usage rights. That's going to be the answer to that first one. So now I can come over here, label for reuse, and usage rights, and it's a match. And this person gets their match. Or they can play by themselves, of course. So anyway, so I'm adding those in my learning path, at least for these beginning assignments for my Photoshop class. But I thought I would share that with you. I wasn't really familiar with the Smart. I've had people recommend it on other groups before. It's very simple. You just choose an activity. If you want to do a game-based activity, you click it. You click which one you want to do. So you can do a flip out, label, reveal, game show, monster quiz. There's the speed up that I had. And you can do more than one in a lesson too. So like if I did a rank order here, I don't know what I would do to rank order. But you put the thing so that I guess like you do this thing first. I could do that with Photoshop. Actually, that might not be bad. So like here's the steps to do something. I'm just going to put these in here. I haven't actually used this one. I don't know why I choose to choose one I haven't done. You can upload pictures. I'm just not really that motivated yet. Maybe I will on some of these. Anyway, you click next. You can click theme. So monsters or pirates or rock concert or whatever. And then it adds this activity to this particular set. It takes a second to put it in there. And then it kind of comes up in a pane, like there's a little pane on the left-hand side, like slide pane. And so this is that activity. But down here at the bottom is a plus sign. And after that one, I can add another activity. So you could actually add an assortment of activities, put them in and let students play them just on their own. Or if you're in the classroom and you have a smart board, you could also let kids come up. Maybe if they finish early, they can go up and play on the smart board, you know, or something like that. That might be fun. But anyway, as a teacher, you can go through and preview it. Oh, there you go. And see, then they would drag them in. What's first, what's second, what's third, and what's fourth. I didn't try it. Let's put them in the wrong order. Oh, see, it just won't let it go. So there you go. All right. So anyway, that is the smart activities. And I thought that was kind of fun. You just name it up here. I'm going to delete this one. And hit finish. And again, you can add more. And then it's on here. And then you can just start it like from your board for them to play. Or if you want to share it to another teacher, you can share a teacher link. Or if you want to post it for your kids to play, there is the student access link. So there you go. SmartTech.